back. It's been quite a while since I picked up the camera. It's been probably over a week. We had my oldest son's wedding that was absolutely beautiful. I'll insert some clips so you can see that. We have been camping for 2 weeks. Our reservation ended today, so we are finally back at home and I can get back into a groove of recording. It was kind of hard to record at the campground as far as getting the camera set up in a safe place because the kids were outside with us. So for dinner, I have dinner in the crock pot over here. Today is Mariah's first day of dance. She's doing ballet and tap. So we have to leave right around the time we normally eat dinner. So we're going to eat when we get home. I had some leftover veggie soup that I had made during my ChatGPT series. I put that in the crock pot so that it can heat up and be ready when we're ready for it. I have a ton of cleaning to do because we were in and out so much while we were camping, and then with my son's wedding, our house is destroyed. I'm going to start working on the kitchen and get that put back together. You can see we've got a cupboard open. There's a pile of clean dishes over here. This counter that the camera's sitting on is just covered. So we have so much to do. The kids have been playing with their Legos, just relaxing now that we're home. So I'm going to get going on all this cleaning.
Tonight's celebration. With that said, are you guys ready to have a good time tonight?
I bought this black diamond watermelon at a farm market in Lapeer, Michigan. Sarah's dying for me to cut into it, so I'm going to stop what I'm doing. I've got a little bit of workspace here. I'm going to cut into it. I've never purchased a black diamond watermelon before. Do you think it's going to be good, Sarah?
Yeah.
It looks like every other watermelon. Let's see. Okay, do you want to try a piece, Levy?
Yeah.
David, do you want to try a piece? Got it?
Am I able to eat the seeds?
I wouldn't, but...
I'll just turn my name.
They are soft. It does have a couple of black seeds in it. Let's try it. Alright, I cut into this black diamond watermelon It tastes so good. I feel like it's a little sweeter than a regular watermelon. It does have some large seeds, but not very many. They're easy to spot and they're easy to pick up. It's now the next day. I did some cleaning yesterday. I didn't get a lot done. My body's been really, really sore for some reason. I'm having a lot of back pain and hip pain. So I just didn't get as much done as I wanted to. And Mariah had dance, so we were gone in the evening for a little bit. And then we just did some quick cleanup stuff last night after we ate dinner. So today I need to work on laundry and getting the house put back in order from being gone. We have to get our camper emptied. And David really wants me to make shepherd's pie for dinner, so we're gonna do that. I've never made it before. I was supposed to make it with our chat GPT, and the meat wasn't any good. So I'm gonna do that. I need to get some meat out and thawed and work on preparing that. We do have to pick up Ella from school this afternoon, so we'll be gone for a little bit. But then our plan for the weekend is to just hang out at home. I think Jesse and I are going to go out on Sunday for a little bit. My mom is going to come and watch our kids so we can get out of the house. So I think that's all. We're going to do some cleaning, aren't we? The kids are coloring. They all got a fresh notebook and a pack of colored pencils. So they are sitting at the table drawing and coloring. Ooh, I like that. Are you eating a sandwich?
Let's make that sandwich. Yeah, this is Audie's coming. Mommy, we're ready.
I'm recording.
No?
Yeah,
No.
I'm recording it.
Oh, this is me one.
I'm going to work on getting dinner going. We're having shepherd's
I
pie.
have a story. I have a story for you today.
I've been thawing this bit of ground beef that we had left over from camping. I got my pan already heated,
My very own book. Mom and Dad.
and hopefully I can get this off here because it's still pretty frozen.
I love you. What book, we're doing?
The ground beef is done cooking. I need to get it seasoned, and I have my potatoes over here in water to boil. To season, I'm going to use garlic powder, onion powder, seasoning salt. And some paprika. Now that I have this all seasoned, I'm going to get the frozen vegetables out. I'm not adding extra onion to this because the mixture of vegetables that I have already has onion in it, and I don't want it to be too much. I still have a package of the vegetables for soup mix. I'm probably going to use half of what's here. I'm going to turn the heat back on, and I need to add the gravy. For the gravy, I'm going to use a package of brown gravy. I'm just going to sprinkle this around the top, and then 12 ounces of water.
Is this a separate supply?
It will be.
Separate supply? Just like that?
Well, you put potatoes on top. I'm going to grab some beef bouillon to add some more beef flavor. I'm going to add a spoonful of the beef bouillon. I'm going to turn the heat up on this and let it sit for a few minutes while that gravy thickens up. While I'm waiting for the potatoes to be done, I'm going to work on making some 30-minute rolls. These are my absolute favorite dinner rolls to make. The whole thing is done in 30 minutes from the prep to baking. So I've got 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of warm water in here. Need 2 tablespoons of yeast.
There's no brew.
A 1/4 cup of sugar. I'm just making a single batch of these. I typically double or triple, but I'm just going to make a single today. Just going to give this a little mix. And let that yeast wake up. The yeast is all activated. I need to add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And 1/3 cup of oil. And I need to add 3½ cups of flour. Alright, now that it's all mixed,
I feel it.
this is not a sticky dough at all.
Have some piece.
I'm going to let it rise. We let it rise for about 15 minutes, and then we'll shape our rolls. The potatoes are soft. I have drained them, and now this is how I mash potatoes. I'm going to add 1/2 stick of butter. I don't measure the milk. I just add some in the bottom there. And then we like our mashed potatoes seasoned with seasoning salt and some Montreal steak seasoning. And then I just start mashing it. I cooked these potatoes a little more tender than I normally do. My husband likes his mashed potatoes a little lumpy, but I figured for the shepherd's pie it might be better if it's a little softer.
That's why you cut out around.
And I don't think I'm going to need to add any more milk to this.
That's why you drop it back. You're not hard enough.
And I prefer to mash potatoes with an old-fashioned potato masher. We do not whip our potatoes here. I know a lot of people like to use their KitchenAids or hand mixers. I don't like to do that. Okay, there's our mashed potatoes, and our rolls are, I think they're ready to be shaped. So let's get that ready. The rolls are done rising. I had them sitting over on the stove top with the heat from the mashed potatoes and the shepherd's pie, and they're so easy to shape. I leave them in the bowl here, and then I just pull out a clump about this big, and then I work on shaping it. I just shape it. I don't have to oil my hands or anything because this isn't sticky. I push my finger up through the middle and squeeze the bottom and set it in the pan. I've already sprayed this pan, and I'm not totally sure how many rolls I'll get, having only made a single batch of this, because I typically make a larger batch. I try to keep the amount of dough that I pull out every time as consistent as I can, just so that they cook evenly, but
Mom, the dough is scratchy.
that doesn't always happen.
You need to know the.
I have the rolls all formed and in a pan. They're going to sit over on the stovetop covered and to rise while the oven is preheating. I'm going to cook them at the same time as I cook the shepherd's pie, but more towards the end of cooking. I'm going to work on getting the shepherd's pie assembled and ready for the oven once it's preheated. You can see this thickened up really well with the gravy in there. It smells so good. Just gonna spread this throughout. This is about 1 pound of ground beef. This is about what it looked like to me. Okay, let me grab the potato.
I'm making taters.
Here are my potatoes that I made up. I'm gonna put all of them on here.
Mom, I made a tater tot. Look, I made a tater tot.
Just gonna spread it out over the top. I probably would have made more potatoes to go with this, but this was all I had, potato-wise. I typically make about 5 pounds of potatoes when I make mashed potatoes. Definitely didn't have that much this time. Here's the shepherd's pie. I'm gonna get the oven preheated while those rolls are rising. We're gonna get this. The rolls have been sitting for about 15 minutes. We need to make an egg wash before they go in the oven. I have a couple tablespoons of water in this bowl. I added an egg. And we're going to lightly brush them with the egg wash. You can see they've gotten quite a bit bigger. They filled in all of the spacing here in the pan. And sometimes I put seasoning on these depending on what we're having for dinner, and this is when I would add the seasoning to the top after I've put the egg wash on. But today I think I'm just going to leave them plain. Alright, I'm going to get these in the oven. They take about 10 minutes in the oven. The shepherd's pie is in there. It is almost done. So while it is finishing up, these will be baked. The shepherd's pie and the rolls are all done. I'm going to get this plated up so we can eat. I'm going to make up my husband's plate first. Ignore my dog. There we go. Let's get the rest of the kids' plates made. We are all done with dinner. I need to work on getting the kitchen cleaned up and the dining room cleaned up before bedtime. This is all that is left of the shepherd's pie. Everyone liked it except a couple of the kids. But that doesn't surprise me. Not all the kids like things like this. So let's work on getting the kitchen cleaned up. Hopefully it is 6:30 here right now. I've been reading a book to the kids. We're reading Baby by, oh my goodness, what's her name? I can't remember. Patricia McLaughlin, I think. Same lady that wrote Sarah Plain and Tall. So hopefully I can get the kitchen cleaned up so we can read more of that tonight.